Welcome to my videos. PL-400, Microsoft Power Platform Developer Latest Exam Questions and Answers Set 5. You create a PowerApps app that integrates with Dynamics 365 customer service. You update the app and run solution checker on the original solution. You receive an error stating solution checker cannot export the solution. You need to determine the primary cause for the issue. What is the primary cause? A. The original solution is locked because there is a dependent patch. B. The solution was not exported before running solution checker. C. The environment is in administrator mode. D. Solution checker cannot check default solutions. Correct answer, A. You are creating a model-driven app to track the time that employees spend on individual projects. You need to configure the app according to the company's requirements. Which components should you configure? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Requirement: ensure that the values stored in the project name field are discoverable in Advanced Find. Component entity. Requirement: display the original estimated duration as estimated start and end dates for the operation during time entry. Component quick view. You are developing a Power Platform solution. You plan to add 3 buttons to a form. The buttons have the following requirements. You need to complete each button's action. Which commands should you use? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Button 1 command now only. Button 2 switch or if. Button 3 is match text on put 1. Text, emergency, contains and ignore case. A company imports data from files. The following code is created to import the files. Line numbers are included for reference only. If an error occurs when one of the contacts is created, processing will continue, and the remainder of the contacts will be created. Statement no. If you add the code, continual error equals true at line 5, bad requests will not roll back the transaction. Statement no. Requests are processed in the sequence added to transaction request. Statement yes. Lines 19 to 23 are required for the contacts to be created. Statement no. You have a contact record that uses the GID 991BF2 FDD40C4752998426B7C0455B69. You need to assign the contact record as the primary contact for an account when you create the account. Which 2 code segments can you use? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. var data equals, name, Contaso account, primary contacted. Logical name, contact, id, 991BF2 FDD40C4752998426B7C0455B69. B. var data equals, name, Contaso account, primary contacted at odata.bind, /contacts 991BF2 FDD40C4752998426B7C0455B69. C. var data equals, name, Contaso account, primary contacted at odata.context, /contacts 991BF2 FDD40C4752998426B7C0455B69. D. var data equals, name, Contaso account, primary contacted, /contacts 991BF2 FDD40C4752998426B7C0455B69. Correct answer, A and B. A company has a model-driven app. A form that validates the date entered requires a custom button. The button must be available only under certain conditions. You need to define the command definition in the ribbon diffXML to meet the conditions for the button. Which elements should you use? To answer, drag the appropriate elements to the correct conditions. Each element may be used once, more than once, or not at all. You may need to drag the split bar between panes or scroll to view content. Condition: make the button appear when the form shows an existing record. Element display rule. Condition: make the button appear when the user has write privilege on the record. Element action. Condition: prevent the button from being used in bulk edit mode. Element enable rule. An organization uses Dynamics 365 Sales. You plan to use a JavaScript Web Resources file in the accounts form. The file has a dependency on two image web resource files and on the custom field new_plus year of birth in the account entity. You need to add the dependencies for the JavaScript file. Which three actions should you perform? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Open the web resource file, add the two image web resources to the dependencies lists, and then add the custom field new_plus year of birth to the dependencies list. B. From settings, select customizations and then select customize the system. C. In the account form, select form properties, select non-event dependencies, and then add the custom field new_plus year of birth. D. Select account, select forms, and then select the account form. E. From web resources, select the JavaScript file for the account form and then select the JavaScript file. F. In the account form, select form properties and add the primary JavaScript file and the other two images web resources in form libraries. Correct answer, B, C, D. You open a Canvas app in edit mode. A warning message displays as shown in the graphic. Use the drop-down menus to select the answer choice that answers each question based on the information presented in the graphic. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. You need to troubleshoot the warning. What should you do? Navigate to Connections and add a new connection. Which component should you troubleshoot? Gallery 1. A company implements Dynamics 365 Supply Chain Management. The company wants a button to display in the command bar when viewing accounts. You need to add the button using the ribbon workbench. In which three areas can you add a button for the account entity? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. In the home area for accounts. B. In the main body of a form. C. On the main application window. D. On the associated view of the account. E. On the account form. Correct answer, A, D, E. An organization uses Dynamics 365 Sales. You plan to add a custom button to the app ribbon. You need to ensure that the button displays only when conditions specified by business rules are met. Which two code segments can you use? Each correct answer presents a complete solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Grid context.refresh, B. Form context.ui.refresh ribbon refresh all, C. Form context.data.refresh save. Then success callback, error callback, D. Form context.ui.refresh ribbon, E. Form context.get control arg. Refresh, correct answer, B, D. A fine arts school uses a custom Canvas application based on the Microsoft Dataverse. Artists experience errors on their artist Canvas app and delays when switching pages. You need to identify the root causes of these issues. Which troubleshooting methods should you use? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Issue artist Canvas app has errors. Troubleshooting method sitemap validation. Issue application runs slowly. Troubleshooting method service performance in PowerApps analytics. You are developing a new Power Platform app. The checker fails with an error due to missing security roles. You need to add security roles to the PowerApps checker application user. Which two security roles should you add? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Global Discover Service role. B. Export customizations. C. Environment Maker. D. Solution Checker. E. Resource Manager. Correct answer, B, D. You are creating a PowerApps app. The app must retrieve data from an API that requires two-factor authentication. You need to configure authentication. Which type of authentication should you implement? A. Server to server. B. API key based. C. Basic. D. OAuth. Correct answer, D. You are creating a Canvas app that realtors use to identify neighbors for properties that are for sale. The OnStart property includes the following code: clear collect neighbor list, filter neighbor list, status equals active, clear collect realtor list, company list, clear collect region list. The app is running slower than expected. You need to resolve the issue. What should you do? A. Replace all instances of the clear collect method with the connect method. B. Replace the existing code segment with the following code segment: concurrent, clear collect neighbor list, filter neighbor list, status equals active, clear collect realtor list, company list, clear collect region list. C. Replace the existing code segment with the following code segment: clear collect neighbor list, filter neighbor list, status equals active, concurrent clear collect realtor list, company list, concurrent clear collect region list. Correct answer, B. You are creating an app that connects to Microsoft Dataverse on a nightly basis. You plan to integrate the app with an external system. The application must not authenticate by using a Microsoft Azure Active Directory, Azure AD, user account. You need to enable the application to authenticate to Dataverse. Which 4 actions should you perform in sequence? To answer, move the appropriate actions from the list of actions to the answer area and arrange them in the correct order. Actions 1. Register the application in Azure AD with appropriate permissions. 2. Use the Dataverse application user username and password as credentials in the application. 3. Create the application user in Dataverse using the application user form. 4. Assign a security role to the application user in Dataverse. You are creating a new model-driven app. The app must meet the following requirements: display an image that can be resized without loss in quality. Use a client API function to return language localized text. You need to customize the app by using web resources. Which web resource types should you use? To answer, select the appropriate options in the answer area. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. Requirement: display a resized image. Web resource type SVG. Requirement: return language localized text. Web resource type race. You are creating a PowerApps component framework, PCF, control. You test the control by using a local test harness. You need to complete testing. Which commands should you use? To answer, drag the appropriate commands to the correct functions. Each command may be used once, more than once, or not at all. You may need to drag the split bar between panes or scroll to view content. 1. Function: launch a second npm start window while tests run in the first window. Command: start npm start. 2. Detect changes in index.ts, control manifest.linput.sme, and other bundled TS files during testing without having to restart the test harness. Command: npm start watch. You are designing a model-driven app for a company's support desk team. You must add a button to the app that creates a reminder task. The button must only display to users if a service case is open for at least 7 days. You need to define the steps to create the button when App Designer is open. In which order should you perform the actions? To answer, move the appropriate actions from the list of actions to the answer area and arrange them in the correct order. Actions 1. Edit the command bar. 2. Add a command button. 3. Add a data source to the component library. 4. Configure a visibility expression. 5. Create a task by using an onSelect expression. You are developing a model-driven app for a company that sells sporting goods. You add a button to a page that displays information for a product. The button must copy information for the selected product and create a record in the data source. You add the following code to the button. Line numbers are included for reference only. You need to complete the code. Which function should you insert at line 01? A. Update context. B. Is match. C. Load data. D. Patch. E. Save data. Correct answer, A. You create and deploy a Power Platform solution that includes synchronous plugins. Users report performance issues with the solution. You need to determine whether a plugin is the cause of the performance issues. Which two tools can you use? Each correct answer presents part of the solution. Note, each correct selection is worth 1 point. A. Tracing. B. Data policies. C. Solution checker. D. ISV Studio. E. Microsoft Dataverse Analytics. Correct answer, A, C.